Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching You, Season 4, Episode 9.
She's not there. I was really hoping that meant, like, when I saw the title of the episode, I was hoping it meant that once he got down there to, like, let her go, Nadia would have already gotten her out. That's what I was hoping.
Are we sure that she's not there?
I think she's deceased.
Dead? That doesn't work with my fantasy.
I hate to break it to you. All of these women have died. Every single woman he's interested in is dead. Every single woman has touched, except for Kate, is dead. I think Marion is dead.
A murder victim in my murder show?
She's not a murder victim. She suicided.
But she was assisted in that suicide.
Yeah, it was forced.
It hits differently with Marianne.
Well,
Love was an anomaly.
Yeah, okay.
Beck was...
Because that's the thing, is like, Beck was also kind of the worst.
She was just sort of...
Well, and she was like an idiot. Like, she was like, there were so many red flags, and she ignored every single one of them. She was just kind of an idiot. And so it was like, that's whatever. And then Love was like just as crazy as he was. And then Marion was sort of...
I mean, she was a little Mannix in her pixie dream girl sort of way, but
it's like she has a child, which is like ups the tragedy,
but it's not her fault. No. Juliet is gonna think that her mother just like...
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
That's bad.
I'm also aware of that. Joe's son is also an orphan, just for the record.
Yeah, but... So there's apparently a theme of men manipulating and abusing and taking ownership of women on this season of this show. It caught me, blindsided me. But we have Joe with Marianne, and we have Kate with her father. Ugh. I mean, at this point, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed. I mean, just lean in.
Well, it's like I said in our watch along too. It's literally the hottest I've ever found Greg Kinnear.
Also, okay, well, and Adam and Lady Phoebe.
Mm-hmm. They got
Adam was
hard married.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But that's kind of shocking.
He doesn't deserve to
be
die
tortured
like that. It was like...
She started with a baton, and there were 3 other knives.
I also, like, the thing that really got me in, like, a humorous but also sort of terrible way is that when he was like, I would prefer a water-based lube, and he was like, we won't need lube for this, and he was like, I mean, he wasn't like, no, I insist on lube. He was just, like, a little disappointed that there wouldn't be lube. I don't know why I think that that's funny.
Ooh.
It was just a lot.
So,
it was
you started
also
to say something about Tom, or were you going to the wedding?
Vondersex. Like, energy. But darker.
Sweet potato!
We can go to the wedding first, because Kate and Joe got kicked out because Adam is literally horrible, and Phoebe was very, I can't handle this. Like, I need someone else to tell me not to, except for she
truly was the wild card of the season. Yeah. I mean, there's one more episode. I guess we could see her again.
She's in treatment right now. She like checked herself in, or someone checked. She got checked.
Well, she checked herself in, even though he was in control of like all of her.
Well, she apparently escaped the Soho or the Sundry house and was like just
meandering,
sort of raving around the streets. And so she in some capacity was checked into some sort of hospital.
And the show did sort of retroactively justify, because at first we were kind of like, she seems to have regressed.
Yeah.
And she was popping pills and like
cocaine and champagne and everything. And so
Sophie.
I did appreciate that it really did feel like a cry for help, but like Kate was like,
Kate's too much.
Yeah,
but she was too pushy.
She was trying, I think, to be delicate about it, but then it was like,
you got to trick people into thinking it's their idea.
Well, and which is what Joe was really good at, and so he started to, but then Adam got away from Kate where she was distracting him and like made them leave. I mean, he was being such a about it. He was like, well, I've got her money now, like just bragging to everyone who would listen in front of Phoebe.
Maybe he did. I mean, Reese did nothing and got the ball torture. So maybe this show just doles that out willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, we might see Lady Phoebe again, but are we getting another season?
I don't know.
I have 5th and final in my head.
I feel
that
like
feels right. I mean, unless he dies in this next episode.
I don't know if it's been picked up yet, so I'm not sure.
It feels like we'll get, and we got to bring Jenna Ortega back. We mentioned, I don't remember if it was on screen or not, that she was meant to be in this season, and I have a hunch that might be where Nadia's character came from.
Yeah.
Either partially or entirely, because there's I think that there should be a symbiosis or like a
Synergy.
full circle thing. Although we came close by bringing Elizabeth Lail and
Victoria Pedretti
and to a lesser extent Eve Austin.
Yeah.
Eve Austin was great, so round of applause for her arc and then her thing, but it was really great bringing them back. And I am, as much as we sort of, Beck is a little bit not an anomaly, but it's based on a book series, and so season 1 is always going to be the most like the book, the most its own thing, and it was made for Lifetime, so she is sort of on a different show.
A little, yeah.
And the show evolved, and there is a little bit of it, and I think it's possibly because I like Elizabeth Lail. She was really good on Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
She was Anna from Frozen.
Oh.
So I really liked that moment. I wouldn't have hated singing Candace again.
Yeah, we saw a flashback of Candace again, but we didn't, like, the actual Candace actress didn't come back for this episode.
Victoria Pedretti, she's just so good.
She's not in The Fall of the House of Usher.
That doesn't work with my fantasy.
Sorry.
Were you just looking?
I looked it up.
Everybody else is?
I was like, I don't think she's in that one, and it's not on her credits.
We'll see.
You are just setting yourself up. The Little Mermaid movie is going to be bad.
That doesn't work with my fantasy.
Oh, no.
You want me to splinter?
I don't know.
I will lock you in this office.
Oh, no. I'm sure you've got enough mayonnaise packets squirreled away in here that I'll be fine.
For weeks. Oh. Yeah, I guess Kate's father, Tom, has basically just been pulling the strings her entire life. Which she said as much literally in the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
And then was also very sort of like...
I don't think she knew how much. I think in her mind, she took the money she earned from working for him and created this life for herself. But he, like, has just been secret, like, puppet mastering behind the scenes. And she was like, you have 7 children. Why are you doing this to me? And he literally was like, I like you the best. So...
I mean, sometimes it is what it is.
He was also like, the rest of them sort of suck, so...
That's also believable.
Yeah. I don't know. I am so for sale. I would do it.
At a certain point.
I might do it.
What? Your father, Greg Kinnear?
I want to fuck your dad.
All we need is to find out if he keeps bees.
Look at your dad keeping bees.
Was Greg Kinnear the one that was just in
Shining Vale?
Shining Vale. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he does look in this. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? Nadia biffed it hardcore and was arrested, but then Edward got her out, and Edward, not now.
Not now. Yeah, she's clearly distressed.
She's like, look, we will have the conversation. She's like, I'm totally into you. I am desperate. I need help. And he's like, message received.
She's like, I can't jump on that fast enough. And he just left. He gave her the ketamine and he just left.
So she's on her way. Can ketamine bring you back?
No.
What if there's like Pulp Fiction juice?
That needs to be adrenaline.
What if there's adrenaline in there?
There's not. It's ketamine. That is a tranquilizer. She's dead.
They need to put her in a freezer.
That's what was just ketamine. That was what was just
once
ketamine.
They kill the part of her that's the werewolf.
Yeah.
Then the part of her that's human will be fine.
Perfect. It'll be great.
We're unraveling.
Yeah.
What else needs to be talked about? I mean, it's the penultimate. It's the second to last, so...
Well, he keeps saying he's going to kill himself now, because that's the only way to stop the cycle.
Would that
this bus were a time bus? I don't think it's going to happen. I'm trying to think. I think that's mostly it. It was nice to see our old familiar faces. Reese is real, or like, Mind Palace Reese is like pretty unhinged in like a delightful but gross way. Yeah, I don't know. I think what really stuck out to me, and it's no surprise, is the scene with Joe and Love, just because they have such fantastic chemistry, and so it was really nice seeing them back together again. I liked that quite a lot.
This show is like a phoenix, the way it just kind of kept finding these nuggets of like...
Well, I think, I like I said, I've only read the first book, so I don't know how much
I forget you read.
I don't know how much these follow the subsequent books, but Caroline Kepnes is like really good at writing. Like the first book is really, really good. So I assume some of it is from that as well.
So, okay, we will watch the next episode. It might be tomorrow. Yep. We have a busy weekend. We'll get it to you as soon as we can. And as always...
Please don't spoil it for us. We are watching it this weekend.
And as always, thank you for the support. And if you would like to support, you can head on over to the Patreon and donate. We have a Cashapp and a Venmo, and thumbs up, and like and subscribe, and all of that jazz.